They say don't mess with Texas. We're here with Congressmember Veasey from Texas. Now, the president talked specifically about Head Start and preschool education, how important it is. What is your take from that?
I'm glad that he mentioned that. Previous to me being elected to Congress, I was in the state legislature where pre-K funding was always something that was very controversial in Texas. But we know that kids that get a good start in pre-K, that they'll go on to do better in K through 12. And so I believe in pre-K. I'm glad the president talked about that. Yes, it is expensive. But I think it's an investment worthwhile, particularly as our country continues to advance from a technological standpoint. We need more kids that are prepared coming out of college to do a myriad of jobs. So I applaud the president on his remarks on pre-K tonight.
Now, just in a couple of days from now, we'll have the sequestration taking effect, which is slated to kick 70,000 students out of Head Start programs and cripple a lot of local school districts, including in the state of Texas. Clearly, you are against sequestration going into place, but what needs to happen in this body for us to get some true and real change?
People really need to, put political party stuff behind. Leave it, put it to the side. Put the country first. In the state of Texas, where I'm from, I represent the Fort Worth, Arlington, Dallas area. And when you talk about a fast-growing area like the Metroplex, I don't know if you've been there lately, it's growing very rapidly. But I do know, particularly as our baby boomers begin to age, that if we don't have a good educated workforce, we won't continue to be the hotbed of growth that we are now. Investing in education, it's so important for so many other for future growth and for other aspects of the economy. We have to make that investment. The sequestration is scary on a lot of different fronts. Even though I'm in my early 40s, I remember when there were some deep, massive spending cuts that hit the Fort Worth area very hard, and it affected the entire community for years. And so I want to do the right thing. I want to work across the aisle. Put aside the party differences. I think that there are some basics that we can all agree that we need to come to the middle on and work together.
Now, let's play a little bit of politics just a second. Everybody's saying that Texas is slated to go blue in 2016, and the demographics are changing, the state is changing, and it will not be the Republican stronghold that it once was. Tell me, from somebody who plays Texas political baseball, what's the truth?
Well, the growth in Texas is dynamic. I mean, when I was in the state legislature, I served on the redistricting committee. Between 2000 and 2010, Texas was the fastest growing state. We picked up 4 new congressional districts that we were the biggest winners by far out of any other state. 90% of that 5 million new residents that moved to our state, 90% of that growth was either Latino, African American, or Asia. 90% of that 5 million. We expect that same growth pattern to continue to take place, roughly, give or take a few percentage points. But we think that it will probably mirror roughly in that same direction. So absolutely, I do think that Texas will be in play. I don't want to predict when. I don't want to say 2016. I know in the Metroplex in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have 2 people that are very tremendous, that I think will make great statewide candidates. And Wendy Davis, she's a state senator. Maybe you haven't heard of her nationally, but soon you probably will. And also Rafael Anchia out of Dallas, a young state representative, attorney in downtown Dallas, and just a fabulous, dynamic person. And I think that those are 2 Democrats that you'll hear a lot about.
Well, we'll definitely have to have you back to see if Texas truly turns blue and if the demographics really change.
Absolutely, yes. No, Texas will continue to change when we turn blue. I don't want to make a prediction, but I do think that it will turn blue sooner rather than later.
Sooner rather than later. You heard it here, folks. Thank you so much, Congressman.
Thank you very much.